CCNA 4 Course T216B Chapter number 2 Connecting to the WAN. In this lesson we are going to talk about the WAN technologies, how to select a WAN technology, and we will end up a chapter with a summary session. The main objectives of the chapter 2 are: what is the purpose of a WAN, how the WAN operates, which WAN services are available, and we will compare the various private WAN technologies. We will compare the various public WAN technologies, and we will select the appropriate WAN protocol and services for a specific network equipment. WAN technologies overview. Why choose a WAN? A WAN is a wide area network which operates beyond the geographic scope of a local area network. WAN used to interconnect the enterprise local area network to the remote local area network in branch sites and telecommuter sites owned by a service provider organization. They must pay a fee to use the provider's services to connect the different sites. Are WANs necessary? Business requires communication among geographically separated sites. For example, the regional or branch offices, they must be able to communicate and share the data. Organizations, they must share information with other customer organizations. Mobile workers, they must access the information that resides on a corporate network. Home computer users, they must send and receive data across increasingly larger distances. For example, the consumers communicate over the internet with banks, stores, and a variety of providers of goods and services. Also, the students, they do research by accessing library indexes and publications which are located in other parts of the country and in the other parts of the world. Evolving networks. Companies, they can expect their networks to perform optimally and to be able to deliver an ever increasing array of services and applications to support productivity and profitability. Span engineering is an example which is used in this curriculum. A small office. Span engineering is an environmental consulting firm. They have been in business for 4 years, has grown to include 15 employees, 6 engineers, 4 computer-aided drawing designers and receptionists, and 2 senior partners and 2 office assistants. They uses a single LAN to share information between computers and to share peripherals such as printers, a large-scale plotter, and a fax equipment. They upgraded LAN to provide inexpensive voice-over services to save on the cost of separate phone lines for their employees. They have a connection to the internet is through a common broadband service called DSL or digital subscriber line. They uses support services purchased from the DSL provider, and they are using a hosting services rather than purchasing and operating its own FTP and email servers. Campus network. Span Engineering, which is an environmental consulting firm, 5 years later they has grown rapidly. They contracted to design and implement a full-size waste conversion facility, won other projects in the neighboring municipalities in other parts of the country. They hired more staff and leased more office space with several hundred employees. They organized into functional departments. Network now consists of several subnetworks and each devoted to a different department. They have multiple local area networks which are joined to create a company-wide network or a campus which spans several floors of the building. This is how the small office or a campus network in a Span Engineering looks like. Branch networks. Another 6 years later, Span Engineering demand for its services has skyrocketed. To manage those projects, the company has opened small branch offices closer to the project sites. Span Engineering now has a data center which houses the various databases and servers of the company, they must now implement a WAN. For its branch offices that are in nearby cities, the company decides to use the private dedicated lines through their local service provider. For those offices that are located in other countries, the internet is an attractive WAN connection option. Although connecting offices through the internet is economical, it introduces security and privacy issues that the IT department and the IT team must need to address. This is how the branch offices, remote offices and regional offices through the service provider, they are connecting to each other. Distributed networks. Span Engineering has now been in business for 20 years and has grown to thousands of employees which are distributed in offices worldwide. The cost of the network and its related services is a big expense. Looking to provide the best network services at the lowest cost and encouraging the teleworking and virtual teams, web-based applications are being used to increase productivity and reduce costs. Site-to-site and remote access virtual private networks enable the company to use the internet to connect easily and securely with employees and facilities around the world. Network requirements can change dramatically as the company grows. Distributing employees saves costs in many ways, but it puts increased demand on the network. The network must be able to adapt and grow as the company changes. Network designers and administrators meet these challenges by carefully choosing the network technologies, protocols, and service providers, and by optimizing their networks. WAN in the OSI model. As we all know, OSI model consists of 7 layers such as application, presentation, session, transport, network, data link, and physical. WAN access standards typically describe both physical layer delivery methods and the data link layer requirements, which includes physical addressing, the flow control, and encapsulation. When it comes to the physical layer, the electrical, mechanical, and operational connections are done at this layer, and different WAN services operate at the data link layer such as HDLC, PPP, frame relay, Ethernet WAN, multi-protocol label switchings, vSAT, and broadband. These are the different WAN devices which are not limited to router, CSU, DSU, core routers, access servers, WAN switches, cable modem, DSL modems, etc. Circuit switching. The two most common types of circuit switchings in WAN technologies are the PSTN, which is the public switch telephone network, and ISDN, which is integrated services digital network. In packet switching, it splits the traffic data into packets that are routed over a shared network. Packet switching allows many pairs of nodes to communicate over the same channel. The labeled data is passed from switch to switch. It may have to wait its turn on a link. Selecting a WAN technology. WAN consists of different options, different access options. When it comes to the private WAN, we have dedicated switched network that is further divided into circuit switching such as PSTN, ISDN, packet switching, which is Metro, Ethernet, MPLS, frame relay, and ATM. When it comes to the public access options in the internet, we have broadband, virtual private network, DSL, cable, and wireless connections. Different WAN access technologies in action. Service provided network infrastructure. When it comes to the private WAN infrastructure, the lease lines is the best choice. The advantage of using the lease line due to its simplicity, the quality, and availability. Also, there are some disadvantages of the lease line. The most importantly, the cost, and unfortunately, it's having a limited flexibility. Dial-up connections, simple to set up, availability, and low implementation cost. But when it comes to the disadvantages of a dial-up connection, they provide a very low data rates and relatively takes long connection time. ISDN is an integrated services digital network which comes in different flavors like ISDN BRI, which is a basic rate interface which supports altogether the speed of 144 kilobits per second, and ISDN PRI, which is called integrated services digital network PRI, public rate interface. Frame relay. Frame relay provides permanent virtual circuits which carry the both voice and data traffic. Permanent virtual circuits are uniquely identified by a data link connection identifier or DLCI. Permanent virtual connection or PVC and DLCIs ensures the bidirectional communication from one DTE device to another. In this example, router 1 uses the DLCI 102 to reach router 2, while router 2 uses DLCI 201 to reach to router 1. Asynchronous transfer mode or ATM. It is built on a cell based architecture rather than on a frame based architecture. ATM cells are always a fixed length of 53 bytes. Ethernet WAN. Ethernet WANs have a different features and benefits in a WAN, such as reduced expenses and administration, easy integration with existing networks, enhanced business productivity, and service providers now offer Ethernet WAN services using fiber optic cabling. It is also known as Metropolitan Ethernet or Metro E, Ethernet over MPLS, and Virtual Private LAN Service VPLS. Ethernet WAN commonly used to replace the traditional frame relay ATM WAN links. MPLS is a multi-protocol label switching. It is based on a multi-protocol high-performance WAN technology that directs the data from one router to the next, which is based on the short path labels rather than IP network addresses. VSAT. It's a very small aperture terminal, a solution that creates a private WAN using the satellite communications. Digital subscriber line or DSL, known as always on connection, and this always on connection technology uses the existing twisted pair telephone lines to transport high bandwidth data and provide IP services to subscribers. A DSL modem converts an Ethernet signal from the user device to a DSL signal which is transmitted to the central office. Cable network. Network access is available from some cable television networks, and the cable modems provides an always on connection and a simple installation. A new development in a broadband technology is a wireless, such as municipal Wi-Fi. Many cities have begun setting up the municipal wireless. WiMAX or worldwide interoperability for microwave access is a new technology that is just beginning to come into use, and satellite internet. 3G or 4G cellular. These are the common cellular industry terms which include 3G and 4G wireless. 3G and 4G, which is an abbreviation of the third generation and fourth generation cellular access. These technologies supports wireless internet access. LTE or long term evaluation. It's a newer and faster technology which is considered to be the part of the fourth generation technology. Virtual Private Network Technology or VPN. It's an encrypted connection between the private networks over a public network. The main benefits of using the VPN technology, such as cost saving, it provides security, scalability, and compatibility with the broadband technology. There are two types of VPN. Number 1, site-to-site VPN. Number 2, remote access VPNs. How to choose a WAN link connection? We can answer this question by asking a different question, such as what is the purpose of the WAN, what is the geographic scope, and what are the traffic requirements. Choosing a WAN link connection. Should the WAN use a private or a public infrastructure? For a private WAN, should it be dedicated or switched? For a public WAN, what type of VPN access is required? Which connection options are available locally? What is the cost of the available connection options? Summary. In this chapter number 2, we discussed about how a business can use private lines or the public network infrastructure for WAN connections, the WAN access standards, which basically operates at the layer 1 and layer 2 of the OSI model and are defined and managed by the TIA, EIA, International Standards Organization, and IEEE. A WAN connection may be a circuit switching or based on packet switching. There is a common terminology which is used to identify the physical components of the WAN connections and who the service provider or the customer is responsible for which components. The service provider networks are more complex, and the service provider's backbone network consists primarily of high bandwidth fiber optic media. Permanent dedicated point-to-point connections are provided by using the lease lines. Public infrastructure connections include digital subscriber lines, cable, wireless, 3G and 4G cellular. Security over a public infrastructure connections can be provided by using remote access or site-to-site VPN. This concludes CCNA 4 chapter number 2. Thank you for watching.